Hello, friends. Let's have a quiet breath together. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming by. I honor the divinity in each one of you. Welcome to Zenful Conversations. Thanks so much for coming by and sprinkling your love here. We are here in this community every single day, and we are in year 6, having a conversation about being present for our own lives this year. And I will say, I always love the last quarter of the year of these conversations. Every single one of them that we have done thus far, it gets so rich at the end. And while I have enjoyed this conversation very much so the entire year, I can't say that I've enjoyed every single year. This one I have found different as it's being a little bit more meditative, and it made sense to me much earlier on. Some of the conversations, it didn't even start forming, didn't take shape until a good few months in, and this one felt wonderful right away. And the depth now that we've been talking about it every day this year, and we're at the end of August, so how's it all coming in? What's it starting? What does it feel like? Are we recognizing any growth in this area? Because that's what it's about. The consistency of every single day. This is where it's at. We have the opportunity to focus a little energy, a little intention and attention on this being present for our very own lives. And, it's so important because a lot of times, you've heard it time and time again, people get to the end of their lives and they're like, I don't even know where it went. So this being present is really important in the whole scheme of everything and each moment as we're living it. So thanks again for being here for this conversation. The Book of Awakening, excuse me, is the book that we are receiving these messages from this year. The Book of Awakening by Mark NEPO. New York Times best-selling book. And this book is described as the Book of Awakening. It's described as having the life you want by being present for the life you have. And the message we're offered today is day number 2037. That is correct, 2037 days in a row. Here we are. The message we're offered today is titled, Love is in the Being. Love is in the being. Love is in the being. In the being. The center I once glimpsed is all around me. The center I once glimpsed is all around me. A landscape that I now live in. and I will not pretend anymore. If those I love can't recognize me with my soul out in the open, I will no longer retreat. I will no longer retreat and show what is familiar. To thine own self be true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love it. The center I once glimpsed is all around me, a landscape I now live in. And I will not pretend anymore. If those I love can't recognize me with my soul out in the open, I will no longer retreat and show what is familiar. You do not have to do anything to be loved. You do not have to perform or achieve or earn a merit badge or be witnessed doing good. It is taking me almost a half a century to learn and believe this. It is my work to this day. For our messages to the contrary are deep. Growing up, I heard my father say 1,000 times, "Don't tell me how hard you try. Just show me what you accomplish." But my life has shown me that the opposite is true. In my heart, where the spirit of the world really comes alive, it doesn't matter what I accomplish. The only thing that matters is how deeply I try. For out of this trying comes sincerity and love. This has led me to another realization of heart. Being who we are does not let others down. Oh, let's hear that again. Being who we are does not let others down. For much of my adult life, I've heard the message, "You must consider others," offered as a caution against following your heart because it might upset others. Certainly, true compassion begins with the consideration of others, but the displeasure of others is no reason to muffle your love. We're gonna read that paragraph again. The only thing that matters is how deeply I try. For out of this trying comes sincerity and love. And this has led me to another realization of heart. Being who we are does not let others down. For much of my adult life, I heard the message, "You must consider others." It was offered as a caution against following your heart because it might upset others. And certainly, true compassion begins with the consideration of others, but the displeasure of others is no reason to muffle your love. That's huge, and I hope we hear it deep within. May it take root in us like a healing medicine. You do not have to do anything to be loved. And being who you are does not let others down. This needs to be repeated and often. Simply be who you are and love what is before you. Amen. The meditative exercise that we are offered today asks us to center ourselves, centering ourselves, releasing the jaw, noticing tightness, noticing the breath, allowing yourself to feel the breath. Relax the jaw a little bit. Center yourself, and with each breath, put aside your accomplishments. Breathe deeply, and with each breath, put aside the things that you haven't accomplished. Our breath putting aside our accomplishments, finding center there again. And then take another breath in, and then put aside things you haven't accomplished and find center. And then sit in the center of your being without these uniforms of goodness. And know that you are as beautiful as a mountain or a river. Thank goodness. A lot of pressure out there. And gratitude. In gratitude, thank you so much again for being here and for your amazing support of our wonderful community. In deep, deep and honest gratitude. Namaste. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.